Coco Gauff advances despite serve struggles in Australian Open first round. In a decisive first-round match at the Australian Open, third-seeded Coco Gauff showcased her resilience by defeating Kamila Rakimova with a score of 6-2, 6-3. Gauff, who has previously claimed 2 Grand Slam titles yet has never advanced beyond the semifinals at Melbourne Park, displayed a mix of skill and power despite ongoing struggles with her serve. The American's serve has been a point of concern, particularly highlighted by a staggering total of 431 double faults in 2025, by far the highest on the WTA Tour, with no other player exceeding 300. In her match against Rakimova, Gauff registered 6 double faults in the first set alone, though she managed to reduce this to just 1 in the second set. This improvement coincided with a comfort break, during which she worked on her serving technique. Gauff's second-round matchup will be against left-handed player Olga Danilovic, who recently defeated 45-year-old Venus Williams, providing a challenging path for Gauff. Olga's a great player. She's beaten some top players, so it's going to be a tough match, Gauff remarked, acknowledging the unique challenge posed by Danilovic's left-handed play. On the women's side, several other seeds advanced, including 4th-seeded Amanda Anisimova, who overcame Simona Waltert 6-3, 6-2, and 6th-seeded Jessica Pegula, who dominated Anastasia Zakharova 6-2, 6-1. 14th-seeded Clara Tauson also moved on with a 6-3, 6-3 victory over Dalma Galfi. However, Sofia Kenin, the 2020 champion, faced another disappointing early exit, losing 6-3, 6-2 to fellow American Peyton Stearns and marking her 5th consecutive first-round loss at the event. Additionally, the 15th-seeded Emma Navarro was eliminated after a tough 3-set battle against Magda Linette from Poland. On the men's side, the tournament witnessed an unexpected retirement. 7th-seeded Felix Auger-Aliassime had to withdraw during his match against Portugal's Nuno Borges, trailing 3-6, 6-4, 6-4 after experiencing cramping. "I tried for a set, but wasn't possible today," Auger-Aliassime stated, reflecting on the early physical challenge he faced. Despite this setback, the men's draw featured several advancing players, including 3-time Australian Open finalist Daniil Medvedev, who defeated Jesper de Jong in straight sets of 7-5, 6-2, 7-6, 2. American Tommy Paul secured his spot in the next round with a 6-4, 6-3, 6-3 win over Alexander Kovacevic. Notable victories also came from Riley Opelka and 13th-seeded Andrei Rublev. In an afternoon bout on Rod Laver Arena, local favorite Alex de Minaur, seeded 6th, triumphed over lucky loser Mackenzie McDonald with a score of 6-2, 6-2, 6-3, taking advantage of the absence of the injured Matteo Berrettini. As the tournament progresses, the competition intensifies, setting the stage for more thrilling matches ahead. Coco Gauff advances despite serve struggles in Australian Open first round. The roar of the crowd at Melbourne Park reverberated under the summer sun, a familiar symphony for those who have come to know the Australian Open as a theatre of tennis drama. On this occasion, the spotlight shone brightly on one of the sport's rising stars, Coco Gauff. At just 18, Gauff has already captured the imagination of fans worldwide, blending youthful exuberance with a level of composure that belies her years. Yet, on this particular day, her path through the first round of the 2026 Australian Open was anything but straightforward. From the first serve, it was evident that Gauff would need to navigate choppy waters. Her typically powerful and precise serving, a weapon that often sets the tone for her matches, appeared inconsistent. Double faults sneaked in at pivotal moments, and first serve percentages dipped below her usual standard. Tennis analysts might have raised an eyebrow. Casual observers might have felt a flicker of concern, but Gauff herself seemed largely unfazed. In interviews prior to the tournament, she spoke candidly about her ambitions and pressures. "Every tournament is a new challenge," she said. "Sometimes things click, sometimes they don't. I just try to focus on staying in the moment." This mindset would prove crucial during the early exchanges of her first-round match, as her opponent quickly sensed the vulnerability in Gauff's serve and tried to exploit it with aggressive returns. The opening set was a delicate dance of tension and resilience. Gauff's opponent, aware that the American serve was off, came to the net more frequently and attacked with sharp cross-court shots, forcing Gauff into longer rallies than usual. Fans murmured as double faults punctuated crucial points, But what emerged amid these unsteady moments was a display of tactical ingenuity. Gauff began to compensate with her footwork, positioning, and anticipation. She relied on the corner-to-corner movement that had become her hallmark, turning her agility into an equalizer. Each rally became a mini-drama, with Gauff showcasing remarkable composure, crafting points with patience and precision rather than relying on her serve to dictate play. By the midpoint of the first set, the match had taken on a rhythm that highlighted Gauff's mental fortitude. She managed to break back when it seemed unlikely, drawing gasps from the crowd with retrievals that appeared almost impossible. Her opponent, who had sensed weakness in Gauff's serve, began to show signs of frustration. The young American had shifted the narrative of the match. What could have been a straightforward battle had transformed into a showcase of adaptability, resilience, and tactical depth. Even when facing breakpoints, Gauff demonstrated a surprising calm. She approached each situation with a strategic mind, using slice serves, well-placed second serves, and subtle changes in pace to keep her opponent guessing. It was a reminder that tennis, at its core, is as much a mental chess game as a physical contest. In this match, Gauff's mindset compensated for the mechanical inconsistencies of her serve, proving that talent is not just about raw power but about intelligence, patience, and creativity. The first set eventually went to a tiebreaker, a crucible where nerves and skill collide. Gauff's serve continued to be a mixed bag, yet she relied on her movement, quick reactions, and variety of shots to stay in contention. Points that might have ended with a blistering ace instead became epic exchanges, drawing applause for her resilience rather than her speed. When she finally clinched the tiebreak, it was a testament not just to skill but to perseverance. The second set revealed more of Gauff's adaptability. Rather than continuing to rely solely on her serve, she varied her approach, mixing slices, drop shots, and aggressive baseline strokes. Her opponent, initially confident in targeting the serve, struggled to adjust to Gauff's versatile play. There was artistry in her point construction. A seemingly defensive slice could turn into a sudden approach to the net, or a deep backhand could be angled sharply enough to pull her opponent wide and open the court. This versatility,